how much longer can inflation stay this elevated in Europe, and have we seen the peak yet?
No, not really. First of all, hi, good morning. Thanks for having me. Actually, ourselves, together with the markets, revised higher our inflation projections. So for this week, we believe about 7% print around 7.2 is likely versus 5.8 last month. And also on the core print, we are expecting to see actually core inflation move above 3%. So obviously, Ukraine-Russia conflict is adding additional pressure, but even before the conflict, the energy market was super tight. Market was looking for Brent oil to trade about $100 per barrel on the back of higher travel demand post-pandemic. Now with Ukraine-Russia conflict, market forecasts have even increased further, and we are discussing $150 per barrel for Brent for the second quarter. And again, looking at today's data and looking at the last print, it's not just higher energy and high agricultural commodity prices, but looking at the CPI basket across items, we are seeing broad-based upside price pressures, and also we are seeing services prices pick up significantly. Now inflation market is expecting about 7% for throughout the year, basically until very late Q4, and even then we don't expect headline inflation to fall below 6%. And again, with the risk of the headlines this morning, Russia pushing for payments in ruble, which opens the risk of renegotiation of long-term energy contracts. Again, the risk is on the upside.
Okay, so risk to the upside. So inflation angst stays with us, regardless of what happens on the ground in Ukraine, Semin? Is that the way you see it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, with Ukraine now, we are in a multipolar world of US and its allies versus China and Russia. So the deglobalization trend is turbocharged, and the reshoring of production lines will continue. The transition into renewables has accelerated. But as I said, even if the Ukraine-Russia ceasefire turns out to be more permanent, we still believe the energy market will remain very tight as demand is still picking up, and we are not actually expecting to see a big revision lower.